Hey guys, Doctor Who here with 1HP, and if you guys ever feel like you're unable to press the keys on your keyboard well, or have poor coordination to handle your mouse binds or move your mouse, then you're in the right place, because I'm going to show you guys a test that you guys can create for yourself or use a medium online to identify your wrist and hand or finger coordination. I'm creating this video because I recently worked with Ghost Snood or Christian to help him address his coordination issues. He had trouble controlling his left hand as well as sometimes his right hand to press the keybinds to allow him to triple edit and perform a lot of the in-game mechanics in Fortnite. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can create a test for yourself, and really the key component is that you're tracking and performing an assessment or consistent test to see how you're improving over time or changing over time depending on what you're doing, whether it be exercise, whether it be stretching, whether it be doing something to help address this coordination issue. So there are three ways that we can assess for our finger coordination. We can create a custom edit course, we can use a standardized edit course, or we can perform a typing test. The first one we're going to be showcasing is SNOOD'S test. And what I asked him to do was hop into creative, start at the very bottom, design a course that represents what he does on a very consistent basis in terms of editing within a game, and challenging enough to really represent his level of play. So this is what he came up with. He had a preset build, and all the way up to a certain point then he began free building. And the main goal for him that I wanted him to understand was that it had to be consistent every single time so that he could assess how he feels after. And what I mean by assess is I asked him to give me on a scale of 0 to 10, what is your level of coordination? If 0 is the worst coordination of all time and 10 is being able to play at your peak, where are you? And that is something that we helped him improve over time, and we'll be going over that when his full case study video is released. So the second thing that you guys can do is utilize an edit course. This is one of the edit courses that I found that was pretty concise, pretty quick. You can perform it in 3 to 4 minutes. We don't want it to be too long because then it can actually fatigue you and affect what we're trying to really test, which is your overall coordination. I think a good idea is to maybe do a little bit of a warm-up before you actually do the test so that you can get an accurate assessment. So you can either run through it once and then run through it again as a confirmation of the test, or you can just do a little bit of free building and then run into this test. And the goal again is to perform the test right when you are complete, or right when you are done. You can perform the 0 to 10 assessment on yourself. Hey, how am I feeling now? How did I perform on this? What was my overall level of coordination? And again, it's important for us to identify how we're doing over time, if we're exercising, if we're stretching, if we're doing an intervention to improve our coordination. And then you can utilize actually an application online called the typing test. And what you can do is do a 1-minute warm-up. As you guys can see here, there are several options. You can set 1 to 3 to 5 minute tests with random text, sentences, or words. I would always select a random text. Start with it 1 minute. Complete the 1 minute, and then that's your warm-up. And then you refresh. Do 3-minute random text. That's your actual test. And then again 0 to 10 to see how you feel. The goal here is that you're going to be utilizing both of your fingers and responding and processing to information that you're seeing on the screen to really identify how well you're able to send your signals from your brain all the way down to your fingers or the muscles in your forearm. The bottom line here is that you want to be able to track to see how you're doing both before and after. And if you want to get really specific, you can even create a table for yourself to track your progress. And I wanted to provide you guys with an easy sheet or template that you guys can copy over, and I'm just going to show you guys how to track. Okay guys, here is the tracking sheet that you guys can utilize to see if you're improving your coordination over time. You can enter your date here, you enter the tool that you're using, whether it be a custom map, a standardized assessment through creative, or the typing test, and then you measure yourself 0 to 10. How well am I doing after you perform the test? So maybe like you enter like a 5 out of 10. And then your intervention. Are you doing exercises regularly every day? Are you doing stretching after your games or your block every single day? Or are you managing your play schedule? you have to enter something here, because if you don't change anything, obviously it's not going to change your coordination. So this would be exercise, and then you would measure every week to see if it's changing over time. And you don't have to really measure every week. I would say after every 2 weeks is enough too, but if you want to gather more data to see how it's affecting you, then you can go ahead and assess every single week. And I would expect that it would improve in 3 to 4 weeks, and even less if you're really consistent with exercise and stretching and managing your habits or your play schedule every single day. Alright, that is all, guys. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys use the tracking sheet or begin to be a little more mindful about how exercise, stretching, and maybe just identifying your schedule can help you improve things like coordination or even your ability to play for longer over time. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this with anyone that you feel like it might be helpful for. Come back again for some great new content. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.